Imagine waking up every day to an alarm you didn't choose, rushing through a routine you didn't design, only to spend the next 8 to 10 hours working under someone else's rules, building someone else's dream. You sit in traffic, punch the clock, smile through meetings, and get home too tired to enjoy the little time that's left. That's not freedom. That's a prison disguised as normal life. And here's the harsh truth. You will never get rich if you keep living like a modern-day slave. But this slavery doesn't come with chains and whips. It comes with credit card debt, endless subscriptions, 30-year mortgages, and the illusion of choice. It's a system built to keep you distracted, overworked, and underpaid. Today, I'm going to rip the mask off this system, show you how it's holding you back, and more importantly, how you can escape. All it takes is clarity, discipline, and a complete shift in how you think about money, time, and freedom. But before we dive deep into this, do me a quick favor. If this intro hit you hard, if it feels like I just described your life, then subscribe to this channel right now. Here, we don't sugarcoat reality. We expose it. We talk about financial freedom, discipline, mindset, and how to actually take control of your life in a world built to keep you obedient. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what you'll learn here might just change everything. Now, let's get into it, because what you're about to hear might just piss you off in a good way. Let's start with the system. The system wants you poor, tired, and dependent. Think about it. You spend 12 years in public school learning algebra, the periodic table, and how to memorize facts. But no one teaches you how to budget, invest, or start a business. That's not an accident, that's design. Because the more financially illiterate you are, the easier you are to control. You become a lifetime customer of banks, credit card companies, and corporations. Meanwhile, the wealthy teach their kids about compound interest, real estate, LLCs, and passive income. You're taught how to apply for jobs. They're taught how to create them. And by the time you realize how unfair that is, you're already stuck in the rat race, paycheck to paycheck, drowning in student loans, and addicted to temporary pleasures. It's a trap, and it works perfectly because you never question it. Now let's talk about comfort. The most dangerous drug in the modern world. The system doesn't need to punish you. It just keeps you comfortable enough to stop you from revolting. You get a salary that just covers your bills, health insurance you can't lose, a little vacation time that makes you feel free. But none of it is real freedom. It's just gold-plated handcuffs. You trade your time, your most valuable asset, for money. And then you trade that money for things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. You get just enough dopamine to forget that you're wasting your life. And when you try to step out of line, to quit your job, start a business, move somewhere cheaper, you get hit with fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being broke. But guess what? You're already broke. The paycheck just keeps you alive, not free. You might think the solution is make more money, but that's not enough. Because without discipline and the right mindset, more money just means more spending. What you need is a complete mental shift. Wealth isn't about having more, it's about needing less, owning your time, and building something that works while you sleep, and that takes discipline. The reason most people stay stuck is because they can't delay gratification. They want the vacation now, the new car now, the Starbucks every morning, but every dollar you waste today is a dollar you won't invest. And every hour you waste is an hour you could have used to build a side hustle, learn a skill, or invest in your future. The truth is harsh but simple. Discipline creates freedom. Lack of discipline creates slavery. So how do you escape? Let's break it down step by step. Step 1, financial education. No one's coming to teach you this stuff, you have to go after it. Read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Millionaire Fast Lane, or The Psychology of Money. Watch real financial content. Understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Understand inflation, investing, and how taxes work. This knowledge is your first weapon. Step 2, build a second stream of income. I don't care what it is, Uber, freelancing, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, selling on Amazon, or starting a YouTube channel. The point is, get money flowing in from outside your job, because your job is a treadmill. A side hustle is a staircase. It may be slow at first, but it leads upward. And once you have something of your own, you start building leverage. You're no longer fully dependent on the system. They want you to believe you need the biggest house your credit score can approve, the latest phone with features you'll never use, and vacations that look good on Instagram, even if they bankrupt you in the process. They want you stuck in an endless loop of chasing status. Status that means nothing, costs everything, and distracts you from the truth. None of that is wealth. It's just consumption wrapped in dopamine. But here's the thing, the truly wealthy, the ones who actually own their time and live life on their terms, they don't buy liabilities to impress strangers. They don't flash luxury to feel superior. They buy freedom, freedom of time, freedom of place, freedom of choice. They live well below their means, not because they're cheap, but because they understand one critical truth. Every dollar saved is a seed of freedom. Let me make it real. If you're earning $4,000 a month and you're spending $3,900 on rent, bills, takeout, streaming services, car payments, and random Amazon crap, you're not free. You're not wealthy. You're not even comfortable. You're just a higher-priced slave with better clothes and a nicer phone. You're working 40-plus hours a week just to maintain the illusion of a lifestyle you can't actually afford. And that's exactly what the system wants. Because the more you spend, the harder you have to work. The harder you work, the less time you have to think, to question, to build something for yourself. And the cycle continues. That's why budgeting isn't boring. It's war. You need to track every dollar like a general tracks resources in battle. Ask yourself relentlessly, is this helping me escape, or is it tightening the chain? Most people don't realize how deep they are in until it's too late. Don't be most people. Now, step 5, the most important, take action, even when it sucks. Stop overthinking, stop planning for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The system is counting on your hesitation. It wants you to scroll TikTok, complain about inflation, and wait for someone to save you. No one is coming. Not the government, not your job, not your friends. You have to be your own rescue team. Take messy action, start small, be consistent, build your own safety net, set goals, automate your savings, learn high-income skills, sell things online, cut your expenses, get uncomfortable on purpose. Because discomfort today is freedom tomorrow. The longer you wait, the deeper the hole gets. Here's the bottom line. The modern world gives you 2 choices: stay comfortable and remain a slave, or get disciplined and fight for freedom. There's no in-between. Every Netflix binge, every mindless swipe, every $5 coffee, it all adds up. Not just in money, but in opportunity cost. You're not just wasting cash, you're wasting years. And if you don't change something today, your future will look exactly like your present, just with more regret. But the good news? You can change. You can decide right now to start learning, earning, saving, and building. You don't need to be rich to begin. You just need to begin. Because the real flex in this world is owning your time, waking up when you want, working on what you love, saying no when something doesn't align with your goals. That's not a dream. That's the reward for those who refuse to be modern slaves.